Little Prince is an animation film, and I'm just going to make it perfectly clear, I didn't like this film. I absolutely, really didn't like this film. And I know it's not a bad movie, but I just really didn't like this movie. I know this film is for a certain type of target audience. I have been requested by a few people I know, including a couple of members from Film Cafe, to review this movie. As a lot of people have raved about this movie and how gorgeous and how good this story was. And I was actually hugely anticipating this, and I was actually looking forward to it. However, once I started watching it, I didn't have a good time, and it's probably one of the most annoying experiences I've ever had with an animation film. I'll get into the one thing I absolutely do like about this movie, and that is how visually stunning this film looks. The animation is drop-dead gorgeous. As there are nice elements of computer-generated animation and stop-motion animation, and these just blend together brilliantly. Other than that, I didn't like a lot of the other stuff that was in the film. I didn't like the characters, as personally I found these characters too unlikable, to the point that I just didn't care about their problems. And I'm serious, I didn't like a single character here. Every character was annoying, I didn't like who they were, and another thing I want to bring up is how I just didn't like the story. As to me, it felt way too depressing. Because basically the film's about this young girl who lives in this city where everyone's life is basically a chart, and you have to follow this chart, and if you go off that chart, you won't have a future. And this sounded so depressing, and it really was. When I first read into the premise of this film, I was just like, yeah, this could be a good story. And then when I watched this, I didn't like the story. And to me, this story kind of felt familiar, as it is telling a fairy tale of the Little Prince. For some reason, this felt like a children's version of Pan's Labyrinth. And I understand this film has a message behind it, and certain people might grasp to it. For me, I didn't get into this film. This film wasn't for me. I didn't like the message. And this film targets a certain emotion that most people have, and I just didn't have that emotion, so I didn't have a good time with this film. Overall, I'm still going to recommend this because some people might like this film, but for me, I hated it. And I really did hate it. I hated the characters, I hated the story, I hated the message behind it. Only thing I did like was the visuals, which did make up a bit of the movie, but not that much. And for those who do like this film, I respect your opinion. And if you like this film, that's fine. But for me, I didn't like this film, and I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you for watching.